9-3, volume of prisms and cylinders. The volume is what can fit on the inside. It's measured in non-overlapping unit cubes, which is to the third, and it's whatever could fill up the inside. Okay, surface area is what we're going to be using later on for the outside edges, but the volume fills up the inside. There are two special cases you're allowed to use from earlier grades, if you remember them, but I'm not going to go over them. I'm only going to use the same formula every time. But if you remember this one and you want to use it, it's technically correct. Volume of a rectangular prism can always be just length times width times height. Cube can be, if one side is S, what does a cube mean?
They're all the same.
They're all the same. So it could be S to the third, because they all would be S's everywhere. Okay? Those are available. I'm not going to be using that because my goal is to not make you memorize all the little different things that could get confusing. But if you use the same method every time, you have a better chance of getting it right. So, in this shape right here, what's the base? What's the shape?
That's a square. That's a rectangle.
Yeah, it could be either one. In this one, what shape is the base?
Triangle.
The triangle. Okay, so that's what you have to focus on, is the base. So the volume is the capital B that we did in yesterday's homework. Capital B stands for base area. You find the area of the base. You find the shape of the base, and then you use the area formula to find it. But the H does not stand for top to bottom. The H stands for the distance or the length from one base to the other base. It doesn't matter if it's laying on its side or even tipped up on one point. What matters is that you go from one triangle to the other triangle. So where's the height? It's found right here. From this triangle to that triangle. That is the height. Okay? So be careful about that. The height is not top to bottom from now on. It's from one base to the other base. It connects the two bases. Okay? In this cylinder over here, the base is a circle, and it doesn't matter which way it's laying. Sorry, over here the height would be this one too. This one happens to be top to bottom, but it's not always. So over here, there's two ways you can do it. You can think of base area times height, which is the way that I always do it. But in this case, the base area is always what? Because it's a circle. It's the area of a circle. Good. Pi times r squared. The H still stands for the distance from circle to circle. The only difference for this is that the bases are always circles. Okay, so some of you are going to want a formula to just jump to. If you want to use that, you can technically, but it's coming from right here. In place of the capital B, since it's always a circle, you're allowed to say pi r squared and then multiply by the height. Okay, both of these formulas work. All right, number one. So get used to doing it this way. Just like last night's homework, find the base. And if you were doing this problem on your own, there's three different possibilities. It's a rectangle, 9 times 7. This isn't a square, it's a rectangle. The 9 and the 7 can be the base. You could use different ones as the base, but you would have to change other things around. In the end, it would come out to the same answer. All right, it's all about finding that base. We're going to find the area of that base, and then we're going to find the distance from base to base. So just make that the capital B. Capital B stands for base area. So it's a rectangle. That's the easiest kind. Base times height. 9 times 7, we get 63. Now let's think about what we're doing. That base area right here is 63. So look over at the chart and tell me, what formula would you use for this kind of a prism for volume?
Base area times.
Good. Always use that capital B for base area. It's not little b. It's base area times height. So, now all we do is plug it in. Capital B. What is the base area? 63. Now be careful. For the height, don't look at the bottom to top. It might be that way sometimes, but you look from the base to the opposite side where a matching base is. What's the distance between those two bases?
14.
14. Good. It's not always going to be top to bottom. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. But it's the distance that connects the two bases. So, multiply 63 times 14 for me. 800 something? 882 feet to the third. Volume is for three-dimensional. You're filling it up in 3 dimensions, so you have to use a little 3. Alright, look at this one. They kind of already colored it in for you there, but if they didn't have that, you would have to identify that this is the base right here. That's what your mind has to focus on, the base, and we care about the area and the perimeter of the base. So let's start with that. The base is a triangle. It helps some people to draw the triangle so that then they can put the information in. The right angle is right here on both triangles, right between the 5 and the 12. So the 5 goes here, the 12 goes here. Times height. Alright, it is a triangle. What formula should I use? Base times height, good, and divided by 2. Base times height and divided by 2. This is one formula that you really should be having memorized. The trapezoid one, you should have it memorized eventually. 5 times 12, 60? 30, good. Okay, but that wasn't the question. The question was to find the volume. So look over on your left-hand page there and tell me which formula would work for this one. Good. Base area times height. So be careful. Base area we already found. Capital B was 30. That part's easy now that we know how to do that. The height, though, is not top to bottom.
18.
Good. The height is from one triangle to the feet. One triangle to the other triangle. Head to toe. Base to base. Okay? Just think of it as the ones that match. So from this triangle to that triangle, the distance that connects it is the height. Alright, so what is the volume? 540 meters
squared.
Cubed.
cubed. It's volume. The base is what shape?
A circle.
Circle. What's the radius? 8. Good. 16 is all the way across. Capital B stands for base area. What do you use for the area of a circle?
Pi radius squared.
Good. Pi r squared. So this is going to be pi times 8 squared. Okay. The directions say to leave your answer in terms of pi. Whenever they say that, they want to see the little pi symbol in your answer. So they do not want you to use 3.14. They do not want you to push the pi button on your calculator. They want pi to be part of your answer. So all you do is 8 squared is 64, and then you multiply it by pi, and you leave it written that way. That's what in terms of pi means. If they say just do it to the nearest 10, that's when you would use the pi button to get a more accurate answer. Okay, volume. Which formula would you use for volume? Good. The way I did it, I started with base area. If you did pi r squared times h, you'd come up with the exact same thing, because we already did pi r squared right here. So, base area, we found 64 pi. Height. The height has to go from one circle to the other circle. So it's 10. Good. Right up there. You cannot try to say it's from top to bottom all the time. It is from one base to the other base. Alright, so that is times 10. They wanted our answer in terms of pi. So all we have left to do is 64 times 10 we can do. We get 640. But the pi stays right where it is. And we say inches to the third. Are there any questions on why I left the pi like that?
No.
What does it mean to be a cube?
They're all equal.
All sides are equal. Good. Everything's equilateral. So you can draw yourself a cube here, or if you're really good, you can just go ahead and use the formula. Alright, this is the one thing I have a chance at drawing. Oh, wow. I have a chance at drawing right. Alright, it's pretty close. Alright, so it's 15 and 15 and 15. Alright, you could use a shortcut if you know one. That's fine. I'm just going to do it the same way every time so people could just stay consistent. This base happens to be a square. The square is 15 by 15. Let's see. Alright, so 15 by 15 here. Bless you. 15 times 15 is 225. Now, I know there's shortcuts. You can use a shortcut if you see it already.
What's the shortcut?
Look back on the left-hand side, and you'll see it there. Alright, for volume though, which formula could we use now that we found the base area? Okay, that's the shortcut one. You could use that if you wanted to. But if I know capital B already, yeah. So base area, we did the work, 225. Now find the height. Yep.
3,205.
I was asking.
That's my fault because I said it wrong. My fault.
I know.